Here's a little before footage before we get started on this room. I'm gonna start doing the floor. I plan on keeping, oh, I'm probably going too fast. I plan on keeping that crown molding, but painting it white. So here's the hardwood floor that we are taking down, and we are going to put a subfloor and to insulate better.
Today we're doing the ceiling up here in the main bedroom. So we decided to go with this wide board, I guess, paneling. So it's kind of going up, not too difficult, but it's definitely a two-person job. This nailer here comes in very handy. It's finished nailer, battery operated, highly recommended. That's saved us a ton of effort. Basically what we do is we just cut our pieces, try not to overlap the seams. Cut it with a circular saw, measure it, and then we'll use some of that fillable caulking to go in there to fill the gaps, which we're trying to minimize the gaps by making good cuts. So the bedroom's kind of coming along. We did put a new subfloor in here a week or so ago, so you can see that down here at the bottom. But we're doing what we can to get in here as quickly as we can so we can start working on the outside. So that's where we're at.
Oh, and then the trim here would not come down without destroying major parts of the wall.
Yeah, I was trying to get the crown molding down, but it's like glued in there, so we're just gonna make adjustments. Like I said, make the cuts the best we can and go from there. So.
Okay, so that's where we are so far.
I mean, if we got to use a different type of trim around the edges, we will, but hopefully we don't. So that's where we're at.
So now we finally got all the boards hung up onto the ceiling, and I want to show you what that looks like. I started painting, so before I get it done, I wanted to show you. Okay, here are the boards. You can kind of see the seams where we cut to put them together, and there's one right above my head. And these boards feel like a primed board, not so much like a painted board. So, oops, sorry, I'm losing focus here. Let's see, can I get that? Okay, there we go. So I started painting here. We actually have a seam right here. You can kind of see where I was painting. This right here is where the seam has been filled, and I just kind of stopped painting. There's no seam there, but it just kind of runs here and down. So what we done was we took paintable caulk and filled the seams so you wouldn't be able to see them, which, oh, come on, camera. There we go. I think it looks great. It's going to be all through the whole entire house, and I'm excited. So here is the caulk that Justin used for filling in the cracks, the seams of our boards to hide. It's paintable in 30 minutes, but we did wait a few hours to attempt to paint. Here's a little bit closer. So here is our finished ceiling using the paneling. It has been caulked and painted. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. And then the walls have been painted. Our floor is down. It needs to be obviously mopped, and our baseboard needs to be down. We're replacing our windows once we do the outside, but for the most part, our bedroom is done, and we just need to move in our furniture. It's a big difference, and I'm so happy.